Hey yo. Hey yo. Bernard Peace Train here. Just wanted to speak to you from Australia. And you can see the skies outside in Australia. Nice old houses that I live in an old area. Very old ley lines. And I've noticed some unprotected, more susceptible family members have been somewhat acting strange. Let me just change over here. Just get through the ages. This is the important bit. Hang on. Oh yeah. Silver, that's better. Or maybe. That's better. Gold. I'm bringing this to you from Golden Point, Australia. The gold fields. Golden Point, Golden Age. If you want to see old Italian ways is the best ways the elders taught me. I know the evil eyes watching me. I know the virgin olive oil test. Say no more. Silencio. Thanks, Sir Rocky. Slapped me like a dad, like the old fellas did. I need it, man. I needed it bad. I had to give quarter, but I gave him like a quarter pounder. It was like a nothing burger. But if only you could see my eyes, like look into my eyes. I'm telling you the truth. I did. It was sometimes to get the rats, you got to give them cheese. Yeah? Sometimes you need a bad guy to catch a bad guy. That's just the way it is. It's called Ranger Justice. The police know it. Why do you think they let ganglands wars go? Let them wipe each other out. Some people don't deserve, you know. What, they're just going to kill, they're going to harass good people? Let them harass each other. Might as well have the old Australian coat of arms. Anyway, here, my circle. It's a bit chilly, we're in winter. Southern Hemisphere, Australia. Thank you. Anyway, I've got these fruit plants, natives. I did this when the cold snap wind was blowing. I was doing this, and I surrounded them around. And look, there's eggshell and all that stuff I made up. I've got 3 types of compost. One, my best one I put over here because I found out that this area from the mining years ago. Look at this old town. Looks even got an old outhouse. But there's no outhouse there now. But yeah, this is the mining fields of the 1800s. Got dug up. The soil got tilled that much that arsenic got dug up from levels that plants don't normally get. Experts around here that know about growing plants, and I've got a little mini farm here, like just been practicing for the last 10-15 years, the burden of the weight of watching the world. I cried from the mountaintops. I went to Wi-Fi conferences and I said it, man. And I remember this dude freaking saying it only years later. Me and my mates were watching Thoth and meditating while everyone was looking down the newspaper at the 2008 financial crash. Have a look at the skies that week. We were looking at the skies. Everyone was looking at the news papers. It's all about the papers, the simulation of papers. Silencio. Anyway, gardening. We just had a cold snap. It was freezing, man. Hail, everything. I believe the whole world did. We were in the winter, almost just passing the winter solstice, and I was quitting drugs. I've been burning off all the dead wood. This mat here is the old camping mat I've got. I had to do this to literally shelter. Can you see my little farm there. I've only got these things here. This is a practice little farm. I've got a circle farm. My farm is also where I burn the dead wood in the middle at Toom. I feed the birds in a circle around here, and that brings, they guard. I've got a whole new family of birds. They're guarding birds, magpies, and we had crows, and all the neighbours like, there's magpies here now, and I don't know, I've been feeding them, and I can hear little baby ones in the trees. And I feed extra for this eucalyptus. I call it my eucalyptus because it's in muddy waters, man, and I didn't know there is arsenic dug up from the gold miners from 100 years ago. I never ate any plants from here. Lucky it was just a practice, and it's only a rental, and I've got plans to move from Golden Point to Golden Age, one way or another. I love that yin yang. What's in this hat, the special bit is in my blood, Rh negative, and I see what they see. Stop, halt, halt. The Illuminati, there is some good. Anyway, moving right along. I've got herbs. I've got Vietnamese mint, I've got Australian mint, and I've got rosemary. Rosemary's beautiful. I've got, more mint. Look at the mint going wild here. Loves it. I've got it in this, just an old fish tank. So I can move it inside in case hail. I had to move everything around. I put this, my old mat up, like that to guard. I've got beetroot, cauliflower, purple cauliflower, kale, different coloured lettuces, snow peas climbing up the back there, all had to be protected, and there's more cauliflowers. 3 types of potatoes growing, lots of root plants for winter, like the fruits in the ground doesn't get the hail damage. 3 types of compost. Over here I've got like compost this special way where the European leaves that I get from the European plants, bees seem to love, so I let them grow, let the bees go. Whatever they love, just give the bees more. And I've made up, that is a pile of here. It's actually quite high, and it's actually a system of composting. You aerate it, let the bacteria grow from the oxygen. Oxygen eats bacteria, like us. We're a bacteria probably. Burn all my dead wood. I do spiritual ceremonies, rituals. One of the rituals is putting this on, and headaches have gone. Whether it be placebos or whatever, just putting a hat on, it's like a switch. Remember that movie? You know, when I turn my hat, it's like a switch. Hey, this is like funky. This really is. This is a switch hat, man. This is the switch. Oh yeah. Made to switch. Cool. Can't thank you enough. Another lot of compost over here. This is the dead wood, like from the eucalyptus that fell, the branches that fell, and I was meditating them down as synapses, because if you look at them, it's like a lung. That's a lung. Trees are lungs, man. They grow like lungs, they look like lungs, they've got 2 sets, they also look like a mother, father side of a brain, they've got like synapses. We are trees. You cut down a tree, you start a forest fire, why don't you just tip petrol on, down your own lungs? If you're going to tip someone on trees, you're tipping them on lungs. You could tip it, you choke when on smoke. So, I don't know. Anyway, these plants going on, they need a bit of water here. It's been a bit cold. The cold gets drier too. It's like the Arctic is the driest place because all the water is in ice. And it's that changing of temperature, it's that change when things go from solid to gas to, it's like from dualities, from solid to etherical, from water, from ice, hard, solid, to water. I'm not the first. I'm young, man. I'm just learning off all the elders, and the best knowledge I've heard was off people I've met face to face. If ever anyone wants to know any stuff, I've written there's my car, my new old car. I'm not licensed yet. I'm due back for a year ago. The merry-go-round I've been on, guys, you would know. I gave quarter, but I gave a quarter pounder, just as they have. They know that I know that they know. But there is a bit of a stalemate because my body's crushed. I'm just toughing it out, guys. I'm qualified in lots of different things. I spent my from 16 6 days a week doing an apprenticeship. From there I ended up managing some of the biggest companies. I've really lived life. I know what some news is true and what some news isn't. I've been involved where my mate got saved by putting fake news out there because lunatics ring up and say, I was there, yeah, the train was going this way. No, it wasn't. The train was going the other way. It's fake news for a reason. That reason saved my friend from lunatics saying bullcrap. Ringing up the police know straight away. The train was going the opposite way. The people that read the news, the fake news, and then it's not all fake. It's there for a reason, man. We've got to have faith, and we've got to have good leaders. This is power they've got, man. But we don't need to know it all. We only need to know to stop us fall. To stop a fall. So maybe the carbon thing, yeah. Compost, 3 different types of compost I've been trying. After 10 years of practicing, I know 3 different ways. I'm trying a new way, this new European way for my European leaves. Moving to those plants and moving to movable sort of situations like these pots so I can bring them in from hailstorms. Think of that. Sunrooms. Starting to think of that kind of stuff. You know? I believe Greg Allison and Lite Project, they have lots of good stuff, like, pretty much honest people, man. Look in their eyes, and people that care get passionate. If you're not upset at the moment, you're crazy. You don't take it out. Like, who do we upset at? Ourselves. Next time you go and buy something and chuck it in the bin. Like, that's why I compost so much. Like, and I'm a single guy. I put the bin out like once every month instead of once every week. I live alone because people out there are getting nuts. I had to move to the hills. I tried to drag my family. They called me crazy. 15, 20 years being called crazy. Who's calling who crazy now? Maybe I'm crazy because I knew too much. It was in the blood. Some of us have it in our blood. The brown eyes, Semitic eyes, my olive skin in the middle of winter. As I get off medicine, my skin will get darker and darker. I was on a lot of medicine after the car accident. But stuck to the natural side of things, and I'm getting better, and this seems to take headaches away. Oh man. I'll be ringing you again. Well, I'll be getting some more products off people that I can trust. I test. I don't just research. I've got to see it with my own eyes. I've got a mini farm here in a circle. I'm watching which angle of light the freaking thing has moved. Like, man, the timeline's jumped. There was a culture that had hope, and they have a measurement of the timeline, and they saw it jump. The same week they got the sign, everyone was looking at newspapers. I was watching tours of their thing, what they were trying to say. They tried to say it. No one listened. It's very, very late, guys. It's 11:58 on the doomsday clock. 11:59. 11:59 and 1 and 2. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6 and 7. Peace train, guys. Unify or die. We may have to trust our leaders now. People tried to step up and tell yous. You shot them down. Literally. Baby boomers and got sold out. Man, must have been a good one at Woodstock. And then when you're all shaken up, come home, what's real, what's not, and then they take you to the moon on TV. And ever since, it's been so great, hasn't it? It's not your fault. What a trick. Hippies, hypnosis. The man who sold the world, David Bowie. Anyway, let's peace train. All aboard the peace train. It's shaking, it's vibrating right now. Timelines, Mandela effects, it's vibrating. What track are you going to choose? Let's get on the peace train. Be the change you want to see. I want to see a peace train. I'm peace training. Training to get through a cold few years. If it's precession of the equinox, if that's it, then we should be training this. Training gardens, sunlight, starting to think of different ways of growing. Greg Allison, he has lots of good green Gregs. Yeah, Sir Jeff, I feel slap silly, like, yeah, but I've seen nothing. Maybe, who knows? Do you know? No one knows. That's all I know. No one knows. But let's just keep trying to learn. I learn things. I watch things on YouTube, then I go out the backyard and I try it. If it works, that guy's a truth teller, but propaganda is 90% truth, 10% lie. It's that 10% that's the hook. The 90%'s the bait. The cheese to catch the rat. Sometimes you need to throw cheese out there to catch rats. It takes one to know one, unfortunately. I have some of it in my blood. Maybe it's why I see. Maybe it's why I see lots of things. But I see that it's freaking freezing out here. Peace train out. From Australia. Love, 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 vibrate. Love, 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 vibrate. Woof, woof, woof. You know how it's done. Yeah, have fun out there, guys. If you can't love anyone else, love yourself. You know, you got to start there anyway. You can't love anyone else till you love yourself. Don't do anything so bad to anyone that you can't love yourself. And if you do, you got to fix that, man. Like, fix it. I'm glad I haven't done nothing too bad. What I did, I've been so hard on myself. I probably did what it looks worse than what I've done. But you got to speak to me face to face. Don't judge me till you know, man. 'Cause it was a quarter pounder. I had to give a quarter, but it was a quarter pounder. That's what they've been giving me. Can you remember when there was advertising for real bacon? Yay, real bacon.